Hello guys, this is the index and futures trade plan for 1st of May. As we know that the best trade that can plan, since anyone can plan on index, is the Nifty 50 short because obviously very clearly ultra short term is up, right? One, two, three, four. Ultra short term is up. You have a decisive candle. My stochastics is oversold, right? This is the 13% mark that I've marked as my sell order, sell price over here. So if that happens, then I would take a short. I would take a short all the way till somewhere around 9,053. That, if you check, is somewhere over here. Okay, so that is just off the 13-day average, right? One. So that is some, because other than that, there is no demand zone as such that can really apply over here. One. Second, my stop loss would obviously be the top of the green candle, which is over here, right? So the kind of risk reward ratio that I'm looking at is say 2% as risk, and somewhere around 3.5% as profit. Now there's only small issue over here is that because there is no demand zone as such till this region, so the price point that I'm looking at as an exit is say roughly 199050. Okay, that's my buy area again. So this is like slightly way off the 13-day average. वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा नीचे है. So there is a fair probability that you might get like a bottom over here, and you might get stopped out on your trade. Okay, so in that case, obviously your stop loss will probably come into play. But even say this area is still looking at somewhere around 2.5%. Okay, so that is still a fine trade to be taken. Say if you get a reversal, a very clear double candle reversal that if it happens on Monday. Now, if that doesn't happen, obviously you take the trade ahead, and the next place where it could happen is here, 9,750. That is where I am anticipating supply to come in, just so that there is a very normal smaller retracement, and then the trend would really just continue to move up. Okay, one. Now, from futures perspective, obviously this is index. Index is finishes of year because Nifty Bank, you're not going to get into Nifty Bank primarily because the price is just off the 13-day average. There is not much of a scope, even if it comes down as a short. So let's just stay away from there. One. Second, Nifty IT, let's just not get into Nifty IT till the time things get normalized there. Let it settle down slightly more. And plus, see, this is simply hugging your averages. Obviously, your ultra short term is up, stochastic is oversold. The problem is short किधर तक लेगा उसको, right? If you're taking a short, if demand again comes in over here, you're gonna screw things up badly, right? So try to so this is obviously the indexing. So let me just repeat indexes again. Nifty 50/50. There is a short. If it comes, we'll take it. We'll take it. Worst case scenario should be a 2.5% trade. If it runs down, then you could look at 3.5% as profit. Risk is one. Risk is around 2% over here. Second, a Nifty Bank you can't take a trade primarily because it's not far away from the averages. You don't have the price really opening up, so you really don't know where how much demand supply can come into play over there. Third, Nifty IT you don't have a decisive candle. Plus, it is very moving extremely close to the 5-day average. So let's just not take it over there. One. Now, second, what I want everyone from futures to understand is very clearly is that because there is demand very clearly seen on the weekly chart. I don't want anyone shorting over here. Okay, I don't want anyone shorting unless and until you again very clearly get a lower bottom. Let's just not try to be smart over here, right? Or rather be over smart. Okay, if supply comes in over here, there is a very sincere chance that demand can come in back here and push the price again. There is a chance over here looking at how everything has been set up as I've spoken in the previous video. One, so no shorting. If you're going long, I want everyone to focus on stocks which are midterm up and are flaring for sure by this time. I don't want anyone. So if you're looking at anything which is something like this, if you want to take a trade, if you want to take a trade on your on futures on such a stock, this is stupidity. Okay, because that's a long term buy. If you're looking at something which is just say of this type, primarily of say Divis Lab, which I have taken on Friday. So this is a trade. Sorry, just a sec. The trade that I have taken is Dr. Reddy. Extremely sorry, guys. So Dr. Reddy. So Dr. Reddy is the kind of trade that you should look at. Now this is an example of how a short-term trade should happen. One, my long term is up, my mid term is up, my short term is going was still moving up, and the price was going side, forming a triangle. This was a triangle. The triangle breaks out 3.5% height. It does the height. Now it depends upon how much you want to trail it. So this is a stock that will work well. Another example is of Nestle. Okay, this is a stock will still do decently well when it comes to short-term trading, right? Obviously, I would like you to choose stocks specifically from pharma sector over here, and also a little bit from FMCG wherever you can get these things from. Don't try to get into IT and bank at this point of time. Obviously, if you have a trade which is just overdoing the whole sentiment of the sector, you can still go ahead and take it. But try to stick around with pharma and FMCG, particularly with pharma when it comes to short-term trading. There are few stocks that, like I've spoken in the previous video, that you will get a lot of opportunities. For example, say Britannia. Okay, now Britannia as a stock starts flaring, RSI gets oversold. Okay, probably another candle up, it comes down, then starts doing the same drama that it tends to do once it starts flaring, comes to 15 or 20-day average, gets demand, starts moving up. You start doing that. Okay, so I would want you to make a list of these stocks, keep them in check. Please do consult with me before you go ahead with any kind of trades on Monday. It's very enticing to take a futures trade on Monday, but make sure you have double checked with me once tomorrow before you take a trade on Monday. Yes, it looks as if the trading season is more or less starting over here. If you have got any kind of queries regarding how you want to plan your trades from hence on, kindly speak to me. uh, Otherwise, at least speak to me tomorrow regarding what exactly stocks you want to get into, because now it is not about paper trading. You would be trading with money in the coming season, when we are allowed to trade. Okay, so I hope the plan is very clear. I've clearly mentioned what trade is there for Nifty 50 as a shorting trade that can happen. If it doesn't happen, we continue. I would want everyone to make sure that you are not shorting on futures, even if you get a short on Nifty 50. If you get a long, see if you see what stocks you can go long on on the futures list on Monday. Chances are less that you will get a lot of trades, but that doesn't mean that the market is not bullish. It is not. You will not get a lot of trades on futures, primarily because things are being bought at a long-term perspective now, right? So let that pass off. Once you get a higher bottom after these trends settle down, say somewhere around in a week or 2 weeks time, you will get these trades, and then we can take it from there on futures. Till then, we try to shift our focus to indexes. So ideal scenario would be that I get a trade somewhere on the supply zone I spoke about here. Here, this level, somewhere around 9750. Somewhere, say another candle, and then see a small retracement of a couple of candles. Then you take another trade from there. So you technically should get a short and a long this month on index, and a long trade somewhere around mid month of June. This is an ideal scenario that would happen for us. If that happens, be prepared. If not, obviously we'll then adapt it again, right? But any scenario, you are still gonna trade indexes. So prepare your head in the right way. Okay, we are not paper trading. We will start using our capital. We'll use our money and we'll trade it. One advice: anyone who has a big capital who wants to go with multiple lots, hold on to your horses, because this is a trade you're taking after a gap. Start with single lot only. Once you are comfortable with one trade, you are able to control your emotions, then start with 2 or 3 lots, or how many lots you want to function with. Okay, futures stick with only single lot. I don't want anyone going around and doing 2 or 3 lot trading over there. Okay, so that's the plan. Please kindly get back to me with your plan by tomorrow. If not a session, at least get on a phone call or give me your message, so that I could know what you're trying to say. please do not trade without talking to me. I don't want that to happen. Okay, if that happens, then you would really have to face my flag later on. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day. Prepare your plan properly, guys. We are this is where all your patience has will help you to make all the money in the next quarter. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day.